I bought a house a couple of months back ago in 2021 January. I'll be explaining in this video why I bought my own little place to stay and live at permanently and why I am moving out of my parents' house. So enjoy this video. 3 months back ago, I had made a decision to purchase my own little crib. Now, as you could see in the beginning of the video, this actually isn't an actual house. As you can tell, obviously, this is a tiny house, which is basically a little house where you can live in permanently, or if you order or you just want to spend some cash, you purchase one of these things, you put it in a gated community on a piece of ground, and you live in it for fun. I've made the decision to permanently get out my parents' house. Now, I haven't been forced, don't get it wrong. I just honestly don't see myself forcing myself out of house. Some parents do that. Kind of weird, but okay. My parents haven't. The thing is why I haven't actually got a real house. As you may consider, you're a YouTuber. Oh man, you probably making a lot of money. I don't make a lot of money as you think I do. I am not a multi-millionaire, as some of you may think. As you can obviously search my net worth, it says I'm $1 million worth on Google. It's kind of a big lie, man. I quite honestly wish I was worth $1 million, but I'm just quite frankly not worth that money because I haven't made that money. Now, the thing is why I haven't bought a actual house, as you may tell, is because, well, first of all, I don't want to have a mortgage, as a lot of people do, and it's quite normal. There's nothing to be ashamed of. People buy a house, but the house is actually not really theirs officially. It's still from the bank regardless. It's only officially yours if you have bought it in one go, or if it's paid off. A lot of people do it monthly, which is quite normal. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just how life goes, because as we all know, houses are just very expensive, especially if you've just finished school, you've got a job. A house is just ridiculously overpriced nowadays, especially, and I just simply yet can't afford one. Just keeping it very honest, I can't afford a real actual house, man. I just can't, and I don't want to, because I think it's a very big amount of space getting wasted, and it's a waste of my money, I kind of feel like. So I was just very smart, and I decided, you know what, for a good nice price, for those wondering how much I paid for this little piece, well, little, it's actually bigger than you think. It doesn't look quite big on the picture, but in real life, when I make a video in my little house in a couple of months, hopefully, you'll see how big it actually is. I'll obviously go do a house tour for you guys, but don't expect the video to be very long, because it's not as big as you think. But it's not small, for one person only, yeah? So this is the inside. Now, as you can see, there's the kitchen here. You've got the dining table. The reason I bought this one, I bought this for under 40,000 euro, which is fantastic, because this was my max budget that I was just willing to spend, because I didn't want to spend more than 40 grand. Turned out to be 39,560 euro something, which I actually bought some extra options on this place. As you can see, this is the back. We have the shower, and there's 2 entrances, which is very great, which is kind of a shame, because a lot of other places were really nice that I found, but they were kind of too small, too cramped up for me, not high enough for me, not wide enough, not long enough for me, because I wanted to also make videos in there when I'm permanently living in that place. And this was fantastic. It had a door on the right, and it had a massive door on the front, which is fantastic. And this is the side, as you can see. So my kitchen is that little window, which I showed you just now. And this is why, the biggest reason I actually bought this one over all the others. Now, there was one which was quite nice. Don't keeping it very honest, it was very nice, but it was kind of expensive. It was 48,000 euros without options. If it would have been with options, I would have been looking at 53,000 euros, which comes around $65,000, depending on where you're from, Canada or America, which is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but it's better than an actual house, because this is costing me no money. It's going to averagely cost me between 300 and 320 euro a month just to live in it, for electricity, for gas, and those usages. I'm going to be very smart and going to try to save as much money as I potentially can by wasting minimum amount of gas and water and electricity. But I'm going to show you the inside. I actually purchased for 3,000 euro extra a meter. This is 10 meters long, which is quite long. You'll get it twisted, but I kind of felt like, you know what, we can just upgrade it, make it a little bit more luxury, pay the 3,000 extra just so we can have some more space. This is the main reason I bought it, because of that big front, and because it had massive windows on the sides, which is just fantastic, because I love natural daylight. As you can probably tell in these Parker's videos, I don't actually intend to use my studio equipment, lighting at least, only when I'm in my room recording. I just love the fact this one had massive windows, which was great. And this was the only one I could actually find for a good amount of money that didn't waste space inside, because a lot of these places unfortunately had quite a lot of space wasted due to the fact that the kitchen was in the goddamn middle of the house, which I don't get why, man. This is perfectly centered for me. The only kind of, I guess the negative thing about this is that my TV is massive upstairs, and I will unfortunately have no room to place it in the dining table, so I'm going to probably highly likely have to buy either a new TV but then a smaller, which I kind of don't want to because it's expensive. TVs and other stuff for houses. Couches are expensive, by the way, even secondhand. Everything that I'm going to buy is going to be secondhand, by the way. I ain't buying nothing for new. Radiator, I think. Now, my TV would go here. Sorry, I'm just looking at my reflection. But I can't because it's just too big. So, I mean, it's just gorgeous. Come on, you have to be honest, man. Obviously, this wouldn't be without you guys' support. Obviously, can't forget that as well. If it wasn't for you guys watching the ads and this, I couldn't have been able to afford this. I really couldn't. Because the thing is with this, it's just crazy to think of it. Because 4 years ago, I started this ASMR just for fun. Didn't ever think I could grow it out to be my full-time job till this day. And it's crazy that I was able to go and purchase this, which is it's crazy. It's long. It's really long, and this is just 10 meters only. I've got the 11 meter one, which is the option you can get. Now, they could have made it 3 bedrooms, but to be kind of fair, there's no one coming over my place really that I can know of, because I ain't got no friends. And I'm going to show you this video very, very quickly. See, this is just, it's gorgeous. I had to kind of make this video very quickly because it's Instagram, but I mean, it's a gorgeous place for me. It's a very, very good investment as well. I had to buy the ground as well, which was, I think, 2,000 euros. So the rights of the ground, which is mine, it's not actually officially going to be my ground because it's still on the name of the community, although it's my property that I've hired, basically. As you can see, got the inside. Your boy was wearing a mask because I thought it was required inside, just letting you guys know. So yeah, it's gorgeous. You see at the end, there's a 1 meter going to be extended. Then I say thank you so much for the great support. This wouldn't have been able without you. Now, the furniture unfortunately wasn't something that came with, which is kind of a disappointment for the money I spent. I was kind of hoping the furniture was going to be included, but can't have everything in life, I suppose. But I can't complain as well. A nice bedroom for when someone wants to come over, or I could put my equipment away. And then bam, the king room for the Virgin King. That's where I'm probably highly likely going to put my TV on, because it's the best place to put it, really. And then we have got that as well. That's where my shower is. It's phenomenal, man. That's the video. I mean, it's still just crazy to believe that I'm going to be living on my own permanently. I'm kind of nervous. I'm just going to keep it very, very honest. I am kind of nervous, man, because I am going to be living away from my parents. But I'm not going to be living far away, though. Don't get it wrong. I am going to be living 10-15 minutes on my scooter away from them, which is great. But like I said, I can't afford a actual home. This isn't a home on wheel, by the way, if you guys are wondering. I actually bought some extra options as well. For 900 or 700 or 800 euro extra, I bought wooden things on the bottom, so, you know, for like looks wise and stuff. I got actually a very, very big garden. Unfortunately, it's not, well, it's actually a really nice, good sized garden. I've actually got neighbor behind me, next door, but they can't see me because there's trees behind it, which is fantastic, which I'm going to obviously unfortunately have to remove because otherwise I can't place it. But for your information, this was without the options 35,000, 36,000. With the options I bought, we were looking at, well, actually it was 33 without, sorry, and then with options extras in that, you know, shipment, 39,000 plus euro, which is very, very good. Now, I'm just going to keep it very honest. There was actually another one, which was very good. I thought that one was probably the best, but I was kind of looking at the price. I was like, geez, 47,000 euro. That's quite a lot of money. It's not that I can't afford it. Don't get it wrong. If I couldn't afford this, I wouldn't have bought it in the first place, which makes kind of a lot of sense. And by the way, just for you guys know, I'm paying this off in one go. I'm not paying this off a month because eventually it just costs you more. And there's no point if I can just pay it off in one go and then it's just done already, you know. But that one was really, really nice. Very nice. It's kind of like an American style home. You've got a big lounge, and then you've got the kitchen, which is kitchen this, and then a little piece added, which is fantastic. But it cost a lot of money, man. 47,000 without options. It would have probably been 50 to 55,000 euro, which is a lot of money. I was like, gosh, it's so nice, but the price is just crazy, man. And to be kind of fair, this was, like I said, one of the only few models I could actually see myself in space-wise for my videos. It's great for one person. I don't need bigger than this. Obviously, I've been doing this for months. I just can't tell you the amount of times that I have been to places where I'm like, gosh, disappointing, because this is the only place where you can actually, throughout the whole year, actually also sleep and stay there, kind of like live there. There are like 6 weeks that I have to be out there. Well, I can still be there, don't get it wrong, but after like 7 or 8 o'clock you have to go away. It's not because of them, it's actually the council that made those rules, because, you know, it's just ridiculous. But I'm just very glad and grateful that I'm able to buy something that I can really enjoy and say this is a good investment, because if I decide to sell this thing, I get good money back for it, especially if it's in good condition. As I said, I've been to other communities, they don't even allow you to sleep there or stay during the night. You have to go before the day. I've seen other models which were like half the price, which were in a shit condition. It wasn't worth my money. It's like, god damn, I ain't paying 25 grand for this crap. There's nothing in it. Nothing. It's empty and it's bad condition. Like most of the stuff were bad condition. And to be kind of fair, I didn't really see myself also living in a second-hand home and knowing what kind of weird stuff there might be on the walls and stuff, you know, that also kind of. But I'm very glad. It took me, I swear to God, I think I was at that place 2 hours maybe. Like an hour of it just thinking, which one should I get? And I'm just very glad I got this one, because this one is definitely the nicest. Now, for you guys wondering when this will be placed, this will be placed hopefully in the summer. I'm praying to God it will. But no one can really tell because of this whole pandemic. Things are just taking quite longer as expected, which is kind of a shame, because when I bought it, I thought, oh, this one that's standing here is the one that I'm going to get instantly. No, I didn't actually realize they got to goddamn build the thing itself, which is really crazy. But yeah, I just can't wait for it to settle in and move in it. And it's just fantastic, and it's obviously couldn't have been without you guys. Like, I'm gonna just keep it very real. I ain't a YouTuber that makes millions, unfortunately. I kind of wish I was like that, man. I ain't like one of these YouTubers that buys a crib in Calabasas, because I don't have that type of money, and I don't need to spend that kind of money. I literally just only bought this so I could settle in for peace, move on my own, get the experience, and then hopefully I can elevate from that to actual house one day, maybe. Because this is a very big step. Because you've got to realize, man, I ain't trying to sound cocky, but I'm just trying to keep it as real as I can. I've built this all from the ground up. I had no handouts. Everything that you see here, equipment-wise, I paid for it all. 95% of the stuff here I paid for. This microphone I got from my neighbors, by the way. Message shout out to Brendan's parents, Mike and Queenie. You guys are ugly, by the way, if you see this. No. They know we joke around a lot, so they can accept that joke. They got me this microphone for in exchange of the thank you for the stuff I did to his channel. The laptop I pay 50% of, because you have to realize, man, these equipments are expensive, especially if you've just gotten your first paycheck in. Got my first paycheck, which was €110, which is $125 back then. My first paycheck, I bought a Blue Yeti microphone, and I was kind of disappointed because I was just like, damn, I just got my first paycheck and I spent it. But little did I know that investment turned out to be very, very good. And if it wasn't for the Blue Yeti, I wouldn't have been able to buy these things. Obviously, I've had throughout the years bought clothing and those kind of things, but they just don't bother me anymore. I got my own little crib. I'm gonna settle in a couple of months, and it's just phenomenal that at the fact that I'm 18, I can do these kind of things. And like I said, I didn't get no handout. I recorded and started all my videos on a freaking iPhone 4, which goddamn the shit was slow. It was so bad. But it was nothing I could do about it, because I had no money back in the days. I didn't ever ask my parents if they could buy me stuff, because I just didn't feel comfortable with it. I wanted to build it up for myself from the ground. Started with an iPhone 4, with an iPad after, and then had a $2 microphone, which was fantastic for me. Then I got to a $40 microphone. Then eventually got my first paycheck, which meant that I could finally purchase for my own money a good, decent quality microphone, which I still got to this day. Just wanted to kind of use this microphone in this video, because I do kind of prefer this microphone sound wise than the Blue Yeti, because it has more of a studio, like a real podcast vibe, if you get what I mean. But it's just incredible, and I just want to thank you guys so much for the great support. Yeah, it's just crazy to realize that I've come so far. I mean, sometimes I think we don't stand still by it, and I think, ain't it crazy how blessed I am in real life? And then just hear me once in a while stressing about the smallest things, while a lot of other people don't have these things, I should be really blessed and not be stressed. Which you should. If you've got something that a lot of people don't have at a certain age, or you've done something in life, why are you stressing about it, man? You gotta be blessed. Think before what you have, because I definitely am. Trust me. You don't see me complaining about this, man, because it's something I've wanted as well. It took me quite a while, don't get it twisted, but I finally got it, and I'm very, very grateful for that. The Virgin King, thank you a lot for that. Thank you. Now, but all jokes aside, man, thank you guys so much for the great support on the podcast channel. Just want to quickly let you know that later on Keegan Mukbangs, I've got a KFC mukbang with my cousin coming out, so you definitely want to stay tuned. Yesterday on Keegan's podcast as well, I posted a new video, so go and check it out. Also posted a ASMR roleplay video on the ASMR channel yesterday. Tomorrow is going to be Saturday, new podcast video coming out, and a new ASMR video coming out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for supporting the Virgin King. I've got no clue how you guys can actually enjoy my content. Nobody knows. I don't think my content is even that good. But I guess it's just because of the fact I'm so spontaneous, honest, and I'm the Virgin King. Thank you so much for watching, and see you later, man. Hey, peace out.